In this video, I'll be listing what field of view each pro player uses. Also for the weapon field of view, most of the pros play on wide except for Celium. For some reason, Celium plays on narrow, so I listed that. Also for the ADS field of view, all of them play on affected except I know Celium played on independent, but since it didn't say it on his Twitch, I didn't add it. I wanted this list to be completely up to date. So what you're seeing in this list was found just through their Twitch chat, through the commands. Since the last video did so well on what controller each pro player used, which if you haven't seen that one, definitely go check that out. But I figured I would make this on the field of view, and also I plan on making another about the headset they use. If you have any other questions like monitors or whatever else you could think of, let me know down in the comments and I can make a video on that. But anyways, how I'm going to structure this video is the same as the last one on the controllers. I'm going to break it down by their teams. Also at the end, I'll include some other top players like Scump, Biffle, and players like that. Also at the end of this video, I'll be looking into and kind of breaking down why the multiplayer pros run a lower FOV than Warzone pros. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. For Optic Texas, we got Shotzi at 100, Hook at 99, Mercules at 103, and Dashy at 98. Next, Boston Breach, we got Snoopy at 103, Cammy at 102, Nasty at 102, and also Purge at 102. It seems like a lot of the pros are actually playing on 102. Next for the Vegas Falcons, we got Pred at 100, Kismet at 100, Celium at 103 with narrow weapon field of view, which is wild. But anyways, Xnid blocked me from his Twitch chat, so I have no way of finding that unless I made a new account, which I am not going to do. So if somebody can go into his Twitch chat, type in !FOV and then comment it down below, I'll paste it or I'll pin it to the top of the comment section. Also, just to answer the question now, because two people asked me in my last video why Xnid blocked me from Twitch. Well, basically, I called him a cheater because during Modern Warfare 2, everybody thought he was cheating, and I went onto his Twitch one day and he was getting slammed in a platinum lobby. So I commented in the chat and basically just called him a cheater, and boom, I was banned instantly. Those Saudi Arabians, I'm pretty sure that's what he is, they do not mess around. So yeah, I'm still banned to this day. But yeah, clearly the dude's not cheating and he's doing well, so good for him. Next, we got FaZe Vegas. Simp is playing at 100, 04, 102, Abuza also 102, and then Draza 103. For Carolina Royal Ravens, we got Nero at 102, which like I said, a lot of the pros are at 102. Lurks at 105, Craze 99, and then Slasher 95. For Cloud9, we got Afro and Beans both at 100, and then Mac and Vivid, I'm unsure, their Twitch chat, there was no command set. For Rocker, we got Estriel at 99, Kremp also didn't have his Twitch chat set, or the Twitch command set, Mamba at 100, and then Skies at 102. For Miami Heretics, I don't know about Metals and Trakes. Trakes, I couldn't even find his Twitch. And then for Ranker, we got 98, and then Super 100. I just listened back, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Rancor, not Ranker, or whatever the hell I said. Next for the Parish Gentlemates, we got Envoy at 100, Ghosty at 103, Neptune, I don't know, his Twitch chat just said 95/98, so one or the other, I don't know if he switches in between or what, but there's honestly probably not too much of a difference between 95 and 98. And then for Sib, we got 107. Toronto Koi, we got Kleenex. I don't have Kleenex. I couldn't find his Twitch chat command wasn't set. Joe Deceives 103, Insight and Real 100. Vancouver Surge, we got Abe at 103, Gwyn at 98, Legend at 108, and then Lunars at 100. Legend and Sib are both outliers running the higher FOV. On average, the pros are running like pretty much as you've seen from 98 to like 103. The final team, we got LA Thieves, Scrap rocking 98, Hydra at 100, although I don't know if Hydra still runs 100. I know he doesn't use Twitch and his chat really isn't updated, so that's what it said on there. I don't know if he updated it, although FOV isn't really something people change often. And then Kenny at 102, and then Abizi at 97. Alright, next I'm going to list off the FOV of some of the other top players. I already had this on here from the last video, so make it easier and just use the same players. So Scump plays on 103. Parasite plays on 120, although his Twitch chat does say he recommends from 100 to 110. Havoc plays on 103. Formal 105. Octane is also on 105. And then for Warzone, we got Biffle at 120, which I did want to point out. It's kind of weird to me that all the Warzone people play on 120, and then the multiplayer players play on like 100. If anything, I would think it would be opposite, because in Warzone there's a lot more long-range engagements compared to multiplayer. Like the longest range engagement you would have on multiplayer really isn't even that far, so why do you need to be that zoomed in? So in terms of visibility, I would think that it would make more sense to run a lower FOV in Warzone, but I guess not. I don't know. So there's two reasons the multiplayer pros run lower FOV. Number one being visibility, which, like I said, I don't think the maps are big enough to really justify that, especially when we're talking about visibility. When you lower it, you also are reducing your peripheral visibility. And then the second reason is that when you are more zoomed in, apparently you get more aim assist, which I don't think it's necessarily that you get more aim assist, but the enemies will appear larger, so they might be easier to hit or have a larger hitbox. Now, to me, the second reason makes more sense than the visibility thing. The visibility thing, I don't know, doesn't really make too much sense to me. That's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, comment down below anything you feel like commenting, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next video.